Hi guys, Kaiser here, and welcome to Age of Empires 4. AoE4 is currently running a free demo of the game for the rest of the week. And, you know, I'm an Age of Empires guy. Got a lot of AoE2 videos, a lot of AoE3 videos, and I figured, hey, we ought to go ahead and give Age of Empires 4 a spin and see what we think. I played this game back when it was in beta, and I went ahead and passed for now. I decided to wait until they got a little bit more content or fix out, you know, some of the issues that they had at the time. And now, let's give it a run. Alright, so, I will say this. One of the things that I like about AoE4 is the main menu music. I, for one, am a big fan of somber, moody sort of sounds. The Age of Empires 2 campaign menu theme for DE is beautiful. I love it. And I do love the main menu theme. It's got a great, brooding, melodic piece. Interesting that they have daily challenges. Complete any match in skirmish multiplayer campaign. Win a game in any match type. Win a match as the Abbasid Dynasty. Research 5 texts from the docks during a match. And then produce 30 cavalry in a match. Well, guess what we're doing? Alright, let's go ahead and play a skirmish match. And, let's do a solo battle against the AI. I'll play as the Abbasids. Against the Chinese, sure, why not? Map setup. I need to get 5 dock techs, 30 cavalry, win as the Abbasids, and win. Alright. Looks good to me. Let's do it. So what I'm planning on doing in this video is just sharing my impressions. I'm not necessarily going to say AoE4 is the best game ever. I'm not necessarily going to say it's the worst game ever. I try not to fall into either extreme, either unduly hyping or bad-mouthing a Civ, an Age of Empires game. Something else I do really love is, start going. I do enjoy how the voice acting. I like how every Civ has its own voice acting, like in previous Age games, but they actually change as you go through the ages. I don't really want to build the House of Wisdom right now. Wow, you really are saying do the House of Wisdom. All right, fine. Just pop it right there. My scout is going around picking up an awful lot of sheep. That's something different about sheep. They're not really very good scouting by themselves, like in Age of Empires 2. But instead, they aren't half bad. Here, go ahead and drop them off. But instead, they are following around the scout pretty effectively, and they'll stay with the scout. Full of character, I do like that. Now, one of the things that I'm not a big fan of personally, and this is very subjective, I have found in previous games, in previous situations, people disagree with me all the time on this kind of thing, is music. For me, I love the pieces that you would find in Age of Empires 2 or in Age of Empires 3. In AoE4, one of the things that I noticed that I wasn't a fan of at the time, and this has not changed, is they prefer, in gameplay, for the music to just sort of be a single horn or a flute in the background, you know, it's very minimalistic. And I much prefer when there are sounds, you know, when there's actual music playing over the course of the game, right out of the gate. Sometimes, you know, the RTS games will advertise, like, hey, The music is dynamic, and as you go through the ages, the music builds up. But in my opinion, the music is most important at the beginning of the game. I'm trying to get, you know, amped and excited for what's to come. So I appreciate what they've got. I'm not bad-mouthing it by any means, but... Build structures nearby to advance toward Golden Age bonuses. Okay, okay. Oh, I've got to... Oh, okay. Well, so, pop it there, maybe? Let's find out. I have not played a lot of Abbasid Dynasty. So that did not count either.
ماذا؟
ما الأوامر؟
More sheep.
بكل أمر.
One thing I do like, I appreciate, you know, what I found is that in the Age of Empires fandom, there is historically a rivalry between Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 3. And there's this temptation to see the other game as not a real Age of Empires game. You know, it's like AoE 2 is the real game, and AoE 3 is this false pretender to the throne, right? And AoE 3 is what Age of Empires should be, and AoE 2 is this, you know, old, overhyped game, right? And I feel kind of rare sometimes in the Age of Empires scene where I really like both games. And I like them for their differences. I don't think they have to be exactly the same. One of the beauties to me of Age of Empires 2 is how it is a largely symmetrical, chess-like system. Where when it comes from faction to faction, you know, I'd say 80% of the civs are the same. You know, they all have the same units, you know, knights, skirmishers, archers, that kind of thing. And it's only through really doing a deep dive of the civilizations that you start to actually understand just how different and how much nuance you can get out of those different civs. And this is one of my favorite things is whether you're watching the scout or not, hearing him go, "Hey, wait a minute, there's somebody here." That's pretty cool. I really like that. He makes it out alive. I think that was the town center shooting at him there. Anyway, yeah, so in Age of Empires 3, civilizations are much more different. They are very unique. And Age of Empires 4 is much closer to AoE 3 than AoE 2 in that respect. And I don't mind that. Like I was saying, with AoE 3, I like both games for their differences. I love AoE 2 because of the largely symmetrical design of the civs. And I love AoE 3 because it's different. Wow, that's two different scouts, okay. He's in Age 2 already. Alright, I'm a little behind, and that would be because I'm trying to figure out this build mechanic. Let me go ahead and pop this down. Yeah, I get that. Build structures nearby to advance Golden Age bonuses. So we got our town center. We got our lumber camp with the lumber text there. Got a mill over here with some different. Alright, we got wheelbarrow in the mill. Survival techniques. Alright. Okay, I'm definitely not understanding this because I'm building a lot of buildings right next to the House of Wisdom, and apparently that's not working. Oh, no, it is there. Okay, I see. This is counting the tier, not the building. Oh, that makes sense. Alright, well then let's go ahead and build. There's two already. Hotkeys are very different. That's one of the things that's weird. AoE2 and AoE3 are both similar in how they use hotkeys. AoE2, you hit Q once to go into the civilian buildings, and then it follows the grid pattern. AoE3, you only have the one menu. AoE4, it's sort of broken down into ages. So you hit Q for age 1 buildings, or W for age 2 buildings, or E for age 3 buildings, and R for age 4 buildings. And then you can click your different options. Very different. Okay, what do we got? House of Wisdom. Fresh foodstuffs. Reduce the cost of produced villas by 50%. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. We need 5 dock techs. As soon as this tech clears the fresh food stuff, there we go. Alright, now I'll retask these and that'll save me some food. We need more stone so that I may build a second town center and get our economic influence growing. Alright, I see we've got spearmen here, man-at-arms here.
لدي مهمة.
Okay. Some more wood. Ah, here we go.
القرويون مستعدون وحاضرون. كما تشاء. سأبدأ العمل.
Yes. Perfect.
لدي مهمة.
Pop. Okay, wow, my pop cap is great. I don't have to worry about that at all.
الأوامر قادمة.
Let's go ahead and
أصغوا.
let's build some farms.
سيتم تشييد ذلك. أجل. مرحبا. استعدوا جميعا. جاهزة للعمل. شيد جيدا. أجل. مرحبا. شيد جيدا. أجمع الحطب. أتحرك الآن.
That's one tech down.
شيد جيدا.
See if you guys like this. At the very least, if you guys like it, I could try to play a ranked game. You know, before the demo ends. Maybe not. I guess the real question, of course, everyone is asking is do you like this enough to, you know, pick it up? It is on sale right now. It's half off. So if you guys like what you're seeing, go for it. Me, I don't know yet. I feel like they've done some things, but I've been kind of watching from a distance, and they've done some things to make the game better than it was. Because there were some issues in the past. They had things like you couldn't even pick your player color once upon a time. And now it's a lot better. Ooh, wait a minute. Actually, you go back all the way. You do this. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Archers and spearmen. Okay, okay. We need
أجل.
that
مرحبا.
stable, and we need it sooner rather than later.
شيد سأبني هذا. الأوامر قادمة. أصغوا.
لدي مهمة. أجل. مرحبا.
I don't like what's going on. I don't think I can stop it. Alright, so I know I'm building knights or whatever. I'm building cavalry into spearmen. But I'm gonna hope. I'm going to hope that I
يعجبني
can
ذلك.
overwhelm them. This is something else. I'm gonna highlight this real quick. This is something else that I find strange, and I don't quite. I'm not gonna say I don't like it because I don't really understand the meta of Age of Empires 4, like I would AoE 2 or 3. But one of the things that is confusing to me is how in the blacksmith in AoE 4, you got an attack upgrade, increases the melee damage by 1. Archer upgrade increases the range damage by 1. So far so good. Then the armor upgrade increases the melee armor of all units by 1. And then increases the ranged armor of all units by 1. How dare they? Oh, what do we got?
البرويون هنا. سأصبح
Garrison
ذلك.
here? Anyway, okay, we gotta actually go ahead and get this up. So, the thing that I don't like about that, why am I not a fan of how the blacksmith works? It's because in AoE 2, for example, and I'm not trying to be an AoE 2 purist, like I said, I could be missing something as far as the meta and how it should be, right? But let me try to defend this, let me try to defend this town center and then we'll talk a little bit about the blacksmith. If I can just wipe out the spearmen. Oh no, oh yeah. Here we go, yes. Alright, we got this, we got this. If I know anything about counter systems in a strategy game, we should have it. Alright, good. So, going back to the blacksmith, here's why this is weird to me. Is because in Age of Empires 2, when you got your blacksmith, you have strategic decisions to make. Yeah, you could buy everything, but that's a lot of resources that, that's a lot of resources that you may not want to spend. Like, you may not be going into archers at all.
البرويون مستعدون وحاضرون. سأبدأ التعديل. أمر أفعل.
جهزوا ضعوا سروجكم.
Stage 3. Alright, let's pick up some Lancers. Yeah.
القذائف أطلقت.
حسناً. ما المطلوب؟
أصبوا جميعا. القرويون على أهبة الاستعداد.
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟ على استعداد لبعض العمل. القرويون هنا.
Let's get the doctor.
سأبني ذلك الآن.
So yeah, so for example, you're playing AoE 2 and you say to yourself, hey, I don't know if I even, like, do I even pick up, you know, Blast Furnace, for example. If I'm going to go as an archer build, if I'm playing the Britons or something like that, do I really want blast burns? Well, maybe the answer is no, because you'd rather put that food into Vills or something else, right? But maybe the answer is yes, because you also want scout backup, and ultimately, that tech would be useful. But when do you get it, right? Well, in AoE4, if I'm understanding this right, let's say I'm going into Cav. Well, I might be facing archers, and I might be facing swordsmen or other knights, whatever. So, even if I go one single unit, I'm going to want to pick up well, maybe not the range tech. I want to pick up both armor techs. I want to pick up the attack tech. It just seems like there aren't as many strategic decisions to make. I could be wrong, but that's my impulse on that one. You have a bunch of idle bills. What's going on? Okay. I guess it's pretty easy to pick up the hotkeys, or at least I've played a little bit in the past. So maybe that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
بذلت مجهودا جيدا. بناء مشيد جيد.
تم البناء.
Back. We can pick up our second tech. And we'll do these just to complete the daily quest. My opponent is still in age 2. So I guess since we beat that initial attack. Oh, that's okay, that's what I need. Let's go get some more gold. Oh, you know what I should do? Can I build a monastery? Or whatever the Abbasid version is. Here, a mosque. Yes.
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟ ما هي
سأنهي بناء ذلك عما قريب. انتبهوا جميعا.
الخير أطيع الأوامر. حان وقت التصرف. في الحال جهزوا عندك.
اصغوا جميعا.
صمتا.
حسنا، ما المطلوب؟
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
على استعداد لبعض العمل.
Let's build one of these at least, just so we can see what's going on the lake.
أيها الفرسان سيروا أيها الفرسان جميع أعيشوا يسرني الآن يا تقدموا بشجاعة يا رجال.
بناء مشيد جيد.
أتوق إلى الخدمة.
I need more go. I simply need more go. Mosque acquired. There we go. There's a relic right there.
أعدوا أنفسكم للأوامر. تحركوا بالرجال.
Excuse me.
حان وقت العمل. ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
Oh my.
التعدين هو حياتي.
Alright, what do I need to do in order to garrison here? Just get in. There we go. Oh, look at all those spears. Okay, we don't need to fight that.
استعدوا للأوامر أيها المرويون. سأفعل ما ترغب فيه.
إنهم يطلقون علينا.
سأنهي بناء ذلك عما قريب.
ماذا أنا أتحرك؟
Alright, let's go ahead then and pick up some, maybe swordsmen. I'm still gonna make Cav my primary force.
اصغوا جميعا كما تشاء.
I don't believe house walling works in this game like it does in AoE2, but
سأبني ذلك الآن.
الفرسان النبلاء لنركب أيها الفرسان كما تريد. جميع تقدموا أيها الرجال النبلاء.
ما هي أوامرك؟ نيران العدو!
أيها الفرسان سيروا أيها الفرسان النبلاء والعظام. بالطبع. جميع الفرسان مستعدون.
okay, that was yeah, it works. The beauty of fighting against the AI, right?
ما أوامرك؟
All right, we've got our monk. He's collecting.
الفرسان النبلاء تقدموا أيها الرجال النبلاء.
القرويون على أهبة الاستعداد. حان وقت العمل.
You know, I don't understand what I still don't know what button I hit to actually get them into the town center.
الفرسان تأدية الواجب ليس
هل من
That's not a good.
سيحدث ذلك؟
نحن نتعرض لقصف
I'm
شديد.
assuming that those puffs of smoke are a smoke bomb.
أيها الفرسان ابتدوا السروج كما تريد.
مستعد أنفذ الأوامر الآن. أتحرك كما أمرت. أعطني هدف بدأت التحرك.
أيها الفرسان بالطبع.
ما الذي أتمناه؟ صمتا، هذا أمر هام. سأفعل.
It's more camels.
قريبا سأفعل ذلك.
Got 5 already.
ما هي أوامرك؟
Oh, that might be useful while I'm buying all these techs.
راكب الجمل في انتظار الأوامر هذا. الجنود نحن نسير. أرسلني إلى عمل
One thing you gotta love about AoE4. I do like how not sure they're different. They look
حان
pretty
وقت
neat.
العمل.
ما هي
I think they're
أوامرك؟
pretty cool. I do like the on the field units. At least sometimes. I think sometimes they're a little too simplistic. But I like the Abbasid men at arms here. This is a
نتحرك
great
إلى
one.
وجهتنا أيها الرجال المسلحون.
This is a good one.
على استعداد لبعض العمل.
We need more gold.
إلى عمل أعمله.
We need to produce these guys faster. So remember, we're trying to get up to 30 units, I think, in total.
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
What I need to do.
ما الذي أتمناه؟
Huh. Okay, you could just build the wings and get the age up. Alright. I understand, so that's different from the tier upgrade here.
حان وقت العمل.
build a market.
اصغوا جميعا.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Le bœuf.
سأبني ذلك
Can you hear me?
المسجد سيدي.
That was my friend. I don't know if that came through on the recording or not, but that was my friend just popping up on the Discord mid-recording.
أيها الجنود أعبر راكبا الآن قريبا تأتينا
That sometimes I find myself accidentally in a Discord room.
فزلت
Does
مشهودا
that happen to
جيدا.
any of you? You like, you kind of forget that you were in a Discord call? How about we like and
تم
subscribe the
البناء.
video
يبدو
for
جيدا.
Le Boop.
الجميع سنطيع أوامر.
Alright, here we go. Got my anti-spearman units all set up here.
أيها الفرسان
مستعدون.
امتطوا السرور.
Definitely got loads of anti-cav.
لدي اتبعوني.
الفرسان لنركب أيها الفرسان
علينا.
في الحال
ما أوامرك؟
سيكون الأثر الثمين ملكا لنا.
Got my next relic. Let's go put that in.
أطلعت من الفضائل.
فزلت مشهودا جيدا.
Let's do the military wing. Boot camp, camel rider shields, camel support.
ما هي التعليمات يسرني.
Alright, what we need
آنت
is
الأوامر.
you guys,
نفذ
many of
أوامرك.
whom apparently are just sitting around doing nothing. That's not cool. Alright, let's go over here and build a siege workshop.
جيدا.
Golden Age Tier 2 activated. There we go.
أيها الجنود انضوا معي.
My builds are more effective than ever. So, what do we got?
تم البناء.
Tier
يبدو
1,
جيدا.
villager gathering rate 50%. Tier 2, 50%. And research speed are 50%.
ما هي التعليمات؟
And it's 20%, 20%, and 20% in Tier 3. 60 buildings is a pretty tall ask, though, in my humble estimation.
جميع الفرسان.
You guys go ahead.
أنفذ أمرك.
أتوق إلى الخدمة.
على استعداد لبعض. انتبهوا جميعا. سأبني ذلك الآن. بناء مشيد جيدا. سأنهي بناء ذلك عما قريب. انتبهوا جميعا. ماذا لديك لأفعل؟ سأبني ذلك. حان وقت العمل. استعدوا للعمل أيها القرويون. ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
حان وقت الأوامر.
سأفعل ذلك الآن.
الطاعة من الفضاء.
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
تم البناء. يبدو جيدا.
سأبني ذلك.
حان وقت العمل.
أنا وقت القادمة.
Here we go. We just hit Age 4. We've unlocked the Bombard Cannon. Don't mind if I do.
إنه عمل جيد. بناء رائع.
You can have infantry construct battering rams and the like, which is not bad. We'll maybe grab one of those. I'm just gonna pick these up just to make sure my quest completes.
ألديك شيء
Battering rams are
يتعلق
nice,
بهذا؟
but when you're given an option to build gunpowder, you gotta take it. You know what I mean? You just got to. I don't make the rules.
سلطان اتبعوني وأنا أسير راكبا أمامكم.
ها قد وصلت أوامركم. مع آلات الخدمة. أنتظر الآلات الأوامر.
I do not care about the scout.
سيروا بشرف أيها النبلاء. إلى الأمام أيها الفرسان.
An enemy is capturing a sacred site. That's okay. They'd have to control 2 to win. Market. Let's sell like thousands of food. Why does holding shift not work? Okay.
سلاحي يغط في النوم.
And over here in our House of Wisdom, let's pick up melee armor for our camels. Ooh, and camels increase the armor of infantry. I like that. That's cool. Let's jump off more. What do we got? We got 15 camels.
الفرسان
We have 8
تكملك
lancers. We need more
شرف لي.
lancers.
نحن الطاعة شرف لي.
All right.
أيها الفرسان،
I think we're ready to begin the assault.
مسيرة طويلة
Yes.
سننجز ذلك.
Infantry alive.
الجميع متأهل.
More cannons.
إلى أين نسير؟
Down.
نغادر المكان.
قضيتنا الفرسان
إلى الأمام جميعا.
قضيتنا تستحق جنودك.
اسمعوا اتبعوني. نحن تحت.
Something else on the aesthetic side of AoE4 that I'm not a fan of.
مسيرة طويلة.
And this is again one of those things a lot of people don't even care. It's not, but I don't like the UI. I find to be this very clean, minimalistic. Not really my thing. I think it sort of fails to capture I don't know, how do you want to put it? The AoE2 or the AoE3 HUDs are very thematic. They kind of put you in the world. AoE4, where the icons is just like the blue with the gold accents, it's very different. And again, it just doesn't quite seem as good to me as what 2 would be. I would love a mod for AoE4 that could give it more character. So there are a couple of ways that we can win this. Oh my goodness. Okay, one, we could, you know what? I maybe ought to go ahead and... I either need to win, so that one you can capture both sacred sites, which my Chinese opponent is doing. So I got 10 minutes to either change that or win by some other method. I could build a wonder, but that won't be fast enough. The other thing that I can do is destroy the 5 landmarks, which are the kind of these core buildings that the enemy's built. Yeah, that's a landmark right there. Take out the landmark, you will win the game that way.
أيها الجنود كونوا على استعداد.
مستعدين لأمرك.
The good news is, it seems that the opponent, he's valuing overly highly the sacred sites and not realizing that they are possible. Which is okay, it's an intermediate opponent. I feel the AI is tuned pretty well. There it is. Destroy all landmarks. That is AoE4. I gotta say, I had fun. I enjoyed this. This was a skirmish against an AI, so not exactly a PvP match by any means, but I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Do you like AoE4? Do you want to see more of AoE4? Do you prefer AoE2 or 3? What do you think are the strengths and weaknesses for those of you that have played it? What would you like to see if you haven't? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, guys. For now, this is the Iron Kaiser, signing off.